Welcome back to Global Edu Leader podcast. This is episode 5. I'm Ruby Kalyan. I'm your host today. And today we are going to discuss about entrepreneurship and future skill mindset. So before we start, let me introduce our panel today. So today we have Mr. S.K. Singh, who is the founder or the brain behind Global Edu Leaders and who is the current principal of GD Goenka Bhubaneswar as well. Then we have Mr. Rajesh Rathod, who is the principal of JK Public School Jammu. Dr. Kavita Nagpal, who is the director of Adani Foundations, academic director of Adani Foundation Schools. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Then we have Ms. Shweta Roy, who is the principal of Dwarka International School, Delhi. So welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
It's pleasure to have you all with us today.
Thank
So before we deep dive into the today's discussions, I would like to invite Mr. S.K. Singh to introduce what is Global Edu Leader Forum, what is our mission and visions, and to welcome our guest. Over to you, sir.
So thank you so much, Ruby. Honestly speaking, Global Edu Leader Forum is a family of educators around the globe. Of course, very clear mindset. We are talking about brain, but we miss the heart. So tagline which we use, connecting head to heart, that is a Global Edu Leader Forum. During the pandemic, we started. Rajesh is elder brother to me, an excellent orator of English and Hindi, and clean-hearted person. So he was the one of our founder member. During the past year of around 5 years, we have been doing in India. Past 3 years, I'm doing project with Brazil, Australia, and good news for all of you. We got registered under UN project, Education and Sustainability. So this is the short journey.
Wow, commendable.
And honestly speaking, never I thought ki there should be something. Just we keep discussing things and doing things. I visited thrice to Brazil for 15 days. I was amazed to see the experience of welcoming educative climate of India. They are waiting for in BRICS what India is doing, how India is doing. Honestly, as a teachers, n number of time we have confusion. We are not greeted well, honestly speaking. So when I landed, and that is around 28 hours journey from India to Brazil, but that made me more strong. Honestly, India was Vishwaguru, and again it will be Vishwaguru. It is my firm belief, because Europe has reached to a saturation of development, and that is only infrastructure and outer layer development. Inner layer development is missing, in spite of having n number of language, religion, community. We are somehow blessed by God Almighty. So when I started working, I realized why not connect with more educators, those who have experience and expertise of different kind, and they can bring this objective of education and sustainability on the education. Subtopics we have today, suppose there is a entrepreneurship, digital literacy, financial literacy. We have our co-partners, those who are working, which are the essential for life. If I say this is the journey from knowledge to skill, honestly speaking, this is what my objective. You all are having experience of your own mindset. If you share this experience, how we take from each other. As an opening topic, I must say, once we talk about entrepreneurship, I firmly believe once you have studied about all mechanical engineering, you know how to drive the car. But once you sit on the seat of car, then you realize life is mine and car is mine. So real test starts once you start driving, and it is unpredictable from which area who will come and which vehicle will come and hit you. So this is difference between if I say knowledge and practical. In entrepreneurship, if you say everything is driven around you, you cannot blame others in the entrepreneurship, which was lacking in India. But in our ancient education system, if you talk about the Gurukul, Acharya and Shishya. So I still remember my Guruji taught me कि पूजा की जो बेदी होती थी वो उसके लिए जो कुश लाना होता था वो सबसे कॉम्पिटेंट स्टूडेंट को भेजा जाता था. Why it is like this? Because the grass is very sharp and it can cut you. So the student who can bring kush to the Guruji for puja is called kushal, and that word again changed to kusalta, means competency comes from practical. If you talk about entrepreneurship, doing job is not at all the 360-degree development. Once you get into entrepreneurship for your sustainable life, maybe cooking, maybe washing clothes, you start from here, maybe working. See, if you don't love yourself, how you love others? Your dressing, your food, your day schedule, this all makes start of entrepreneurship. Formally, I believe. So I want you to elaborate this topic as per the new education policy of India. From class 6 onwards, we can send students for skill education for 1 hour. Either you talk about vocational education of India, either you talk about the PM program funding to the youth of India to start something doing, not looking for just job. So on a very humble note, I think Sweta Oberoi ma'am, I welcome you. Just throw some light on the entrepreneurship, and then led by Rajesh sir and Dr. Kavita, who has already very bright experience of on a outer aura. So welcome to you, Sweta ma'am, and over to you for
Thank you
your
so much,
just
sir.
talk from heart. I don't believe ki we talk from book.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely,
talk from the
definitely,
heart.
definitely,
Then other viewers, those who are going to watch this program,
definitely,
will be, of course, benefited.
definitely,
Our
definitely,
youth will take a new flight to the new journey. So thank you
definitely.
and welcome to you.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. Very well said, Mr. Singh. I'll talk by heart because I belong to the commerce field only. I am a commerce teacher otherwise. So when this topic was given to me by Nadia and Ruby, they told me about that. I said I really would like to come and speak about it because I feel what you just said. It's just a mindset, right? Now NEP also speaks about it that we have to make children critical thinker. They should think about it, they should make their profile, they should find out what is their skill and what is their talent. So it's all about that. Now what happened that the profile building is now reduced from 11th and 12th standard to now 6th standard. Now we are doing like Safal is also there. We are checking the competency where our children stand. They are going for various clubs. They are just finding out they are good in what, and school need to cultivate them for that. Now what I am doing as a leader, and I also discuss with my leader forum that like sixth onwards what we have to do, we have to actually put children in the clubs of their interest. We have to find out in which area they're good, and we have to just train them and help them grow according to that. Now what is in this way they will change their mindset according to their interest, and if school will give them ample opportunities, they will definitely work for it. Now abhi kya ho raha hai, schools what they are doing, they are trying to have different old age clubs, but no, it's not like that. Think for new thing, let involve our children, involve them in the sustainable projects. And if we really do that, I personally feel as a leader we'll definitely get the result. So it's all about how we are going to start the profile building of the children from grade 6 standard. This is what I particularly feel. And it's all about mind changing the mindset of the students and the parents and the teachers also. And we should give exposure to the children according to that. This is what NEP also speaks about. Now if you see the syllabus of 6 to 10 NCRT is also reduced to a level because we want to give them the general information, we want to let them grow according to that. So my submission to this forum, and I would like to speak with this forum, that we should help children grow in their natural form. We should understand where they would like to go. Other than the curriculum, there should be something for them so that they can experience and make their profile and grow according to that.
Beautifully said, ma'am. Like as you said, like it is entrepreneurship in the schools is it's not about starting business. It is about the mindset and
Mindset. That's
like how to make the students
absolutely,
creative or
absolutely,
resilience or the problem solving. So
absolutely.
just to start the context, I would love to hear from Kavita ma'am. Like ma'am, just to make them understand for the other schools authorities as well. So let's start with why, like why it is important, why we should, as ma'am said, we should do such kind of things. So, let's start with why we should encourage students for such kind of things, so that it will go directly from that, and then we can discuss how to do it. So let's start with why, ma'am. Over to you.
So thanks, Ruby, and thank you, Mr. S.K. Singh. It was nice listening to Shweta ma'am. Uh, I have a slightly, I'm like always maybe off the track person. So for me, what I feel is if we look at our this generations, right? We were baby boomers, then we had the generation X, then Y, then Z. So the baby boomers were spending their time in saving, right? They were struggling and saving. Then came Gen X, where like you and I, we are all Gen X people who struggled, saved, and we were sandwiched between the baby boomers and the Y generation, right? But what did we do? We sustained. We learned to sustain, right? Come, why they are more explorative, right? Because we have saved enough for them, so they have enough time to explore and try new things, and that is something you see that gives them enough time to think, right? Every generation has been very good in the education system, all the ones who have been studying or who are educated, or even I would use the word literate. I wouldn't say educated or uneducated. Let's use the word literate, because once they are literate, they know even business. Even a panwala does business, right? He has those entrepreneurship skills. But the thing is, what we need to do today, because the children have time today and they are good in communication, they have the time to spend, to understand, to explore, to learn from others' experiences, chat with people, with the AI developed, and so much of social media that 13-year-old Mehta who prepared that what was it? He'd that dabawala thing. So you see nowadays all these Zepto person, that 19-year-old owner, why are they able to do it? Because they find that problem and they try to find a solution. So the answer to your why is that first we need to find out what we have to train them to find out what is the problem. Once we know the problem, if the child has that understanding, that concept of knowing or figuring out what the issue is, then only they'll be able to solve the problem, right? And so develops the entrepreneurship skills. So right now all the examples that you see, whether it is Paytm, PayPal, Bharat Pay, Zepto, Oyo, all these are teenagers. So if you look at the shift from strugglers to being independent, developing entrepreneurship skills, and it's basically the mindset. No, I can do more, being more confident. What we need to do is we need to train them to be persuasive. Once they do something, they should have the ability to take risk. They should be bold enough to try and accept failures. These kind of values, once we put them and give them the freedom to do it, trust them, value it. If we have trained them with good values, I'm sure they'll not go wrong. And let them try. They'll fail, but they eventually did. So that to be successful, see, everybody does not now. Jobs are not no more the same thing. Like I think Elon Musk said that you don't need a degree to be a business owner, but you need a degree to work for one, right? So
Even for job as well, ma'am, no
yeah,
one check the
absolutely.
degrees now. It is
Yeah,
about the skills, it
it's
is
about the
about the
skill. Yeah.
experience. If you will able to do
No,
that work in accuracy, they have nothing to do with your mark sheet or with your
correct.
degrees, of
Correct.
course.
So that answers the question. The question why? Why should we do it? Because we need to make them think, to survive and to sustain in the future, right?
Thank you, ma'am. So now we know like why we should do. Now Shweta ma'am also told like why these things are important and how. So now let's hear from Rajesh sir. Sir, how as a school we can help students to find out which area is better for them, and how we can, as ma'am said, we should run different clubs. So in terms of club as well, how as a educators, and how we can convince the parents as well from the school perspective, so how we can guide them. Over to you, sir.
Right. Thank you very much for really asking this question. So, once again, very good evening to everyone. I will say that although we have WHO suggested, 10 components of life skills, and out of them, really four are very important: it's critical thinking, creative thinking, decision making, and problem solving. But still, I feel that we need to do a lot at school level. Sometimes I wonder if there could be any battery test to anything by the start. Like even I conduct, the life skills classes for students of classes 10th, 11th, and 12th. So I feel that by the end, in the beginning of the session, we could find out what's the IQ level of children, and then which should be the activities, right? By which we can just find out, okay, how we can enhance, the kind of creativity of children. I think that's really not that easy. But once I discussed, with Mr. Anurag Tripathi when he was the secretary CBSE. I said, sir, you can have just case studies, like different levels, like class 6, class 7, class 8, class 9, class 10, at least some 50, 100. Why don't you invite, case studies across the country? So children should get to know in a particular situation wherein many people, they struggle to get a solution, like the out of the box thinking. So what is the out of the box thinking in a particular context? I think that's very important. Sometimes I feel even these benchmark exams are really very good, because whether it be coaching institutes or it be IMO and SO and all these, the people who design workbooks and all, I think that's really wonderful job. Even foundation courses, I feel good when I find that, the IITians, those who've done 5-year integrated program, MSc in physics, chemistry, and maths and all that, they design foundation course. And I really feel even someone has done MSc in maths, but you give some questions from these foundation courses, maybe, okay, fine, coaching institutes are same, because these people are highly paid, So Alan Kota, Career Point, Dr. Rao IT Academy, Resonance. So I have like foundation courses of all these. But when these questions are asked to even MSc maths and all, the people and all, they really struggle. So that way we have to really, I feel, this challenge their gray cells of children. And once their brains are really very sharp that way, and again, communication skills, sometimes I really wonder. Communication skills, and I feel really good that multilingualism is something very important, because conceptual understanding of children in maths and science is really not good because of English, right? Because many places, for example, Gujarat, the children are very comfortable with Gujarati, but now NEP 2020 says that, like, I spent 11 years in Gujarat. And ma'am, it was great time meeting Dr. Aarti Adani ma'am. So it was really wonderful time. She visited. Ma'am, I was, Kavita ma'am, I was a vice principal of Anand Ale, Dr. Varghese Korean's school. So all these people, Mr. Aditya Nath and all these people, they visited Anand Ale. It was a great time. Anyway, so I'll say that we need to really broaden the horizon of children. We need to broaden the ambit and all, by which they can really perceive things. That is very important. So that's the reason. If you give any problems, it's not like that 100% children, 35, 36 or 40 maximum limit set by CBSE. They can really think quickly and correctly that way, as maths is said to be precision and accuracy, means accuracy and speed and accuracy. So I think we need to really do a lot. So critical thinking and creative thinking, these two areas are really very important. Again, I tell children like decision making also, because I was associated with Sainik School Lucknow, so it was SSB after NDA, means do NDA exam. So there I found that if two very contradictory situations are there, even taking a call is a huge challenge. On one hand, someone has to go to attend the birthday function of the best friend. At the same time, grandmother's at home and she's feeling very low, and she requests the grandson to be there at home. Which decisions to be taken? Not easy. So there are, because like in SSB they give you 60 situations, and you have to in just in 1 minute you have to 30 seconds, you have to just come up with the solution. It's a very challenging. So I feel this entrepreneurship is the outcome of critical creative thinking, decision making, problem solving. Someone can really look at anything, maybe can examine in a very critical manner and come up with very creative solutions. Then I think it's really good. And I even tell children, as ma'am Shweta ma'am spoke about clubs and all, even I've introduced 18 clubs in my school. Right, so I say that you see these ads, like whether it is Cadbury's or like MG Hector must have seen, right? And the child says that no, it's everything online, then goes with his grandfather to the market and all. Like, it was amazing, such a wonderful conceptualization of the idea and beautifully executed. And whatever kind of message they wanted to send across the audience and all, they succeeded and all. So I feel that it's the world of creativity, and those people who can translate their creativity, even in a very abstract form, into concrete and all that, they are ruling the world today. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. As all are saying, like, creativity and these, problem solving. So these kind of, and design thinking, these kind of fancy words are there. And even I speak a lot with some of the ICSE schools as well, or to the CBSE as well. Many of the schools even design thinking. Like when we are talking about design thinking, it is like from idea to prototype. We take care about those kind of journey. But I have heard from many educators, like they teach like a theory subject, the design thinking. So what you all want to say on that? So SK sir, I want to know from your end, because design thinking or this creative thinking, these are not something like a regular subject, like we are teaching them kind of theory, chapter 1, chapter 2, and then there is nothing hands-on is there. So what are your points on that, sir?
Very technical word and very hard to answer. Okay. Because from the childhood, we have not yet practiced anything. I still remember till the date kids are going home after school, they don't have any design of thought. What to study, when to study, why to study. So if we look into the real component in context of entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship is nothing planning, creating, thinking, organizing and managing towards profit. If I say, if you take care of your health, profit is automatically coming till end of your life. So if it is a business, that is self-sustainable. Okay, once you start, it should have a cycle of ongoing process. These thoughts come by experience, not by theory. If you're driving a cycle, you have your own energy. But if you want that cycle should go automatically, you need to have electric battery power or maybe a motor mechanism, then that can go. How you get electricity and how you get power to drive the cycle, this is the first step of, if you say, your design thinking. How your body will move, you need food, you need a good oxygen. Delhi air quality index 400.
So more than 700, 400 is just the meters or so.
I am lucky. I am in Bhubaneswar and here it is 75. And my school campus it's a 60, 65. Up now see, either I have designed, either it is a gift of God. But I have to take into notice that this one component is a gift of God, but till what time it remain with us? If I do not do plantation, if I do not do motivation, do not cut the tree, so this natural resource which is being destroyed, it's not an easy task. Within day you can. One day I was looking at my school, every switchboard has save energy. You will be surprised to know, I'm talking about teachers, not to the student. If going out of the classroom and there are a staff room and four fans are running, you need one run, hardly you take care of last person up. Designing towards the profit and loss, suppose what the students are going to take. The student who is taking care of the switch out uh, of the light and fans may start designing productive, positive, and as per the demand of time. Once they know what I'm going to be in future, see there is a huge gap, and which is a real hindrance for design thinking for the brain. uh, we are being taught 20, 25, 30 years back, and what we are teaching today it is going to apply for another 20 years ahead in their life. So this 40 to 60 years gap, actually I'll be very honest with a humble note ki I'm not predicting what is going to happen 10 years, 20 years ahead. So how I do this design thinking? I keep sharing with the people. In 2000, Corona came with another virus that is called REEL. Maximum brain occupation on the record. 40 to 50% brain is being occupied by REEL virus. Honestly, from the small child till old age people. We are controlled by this social media. Up once you see one thing, another thing will come. One day you search for a curtain, either you go any shopping on the Facebook, on the Google, everywhere you will find the ad. Why people are going to shopping complex? Where is the design thinking for this? You go to the shopping complex without reason and you will spend money without reason. They know how to take the money. So we teachers have a role who have experienced this, what to do, what not to do. This is the first stage, matter of practice. One day I was just addressing my students in assembly. Let's say my school, my rule. Sir, my school, my rule, you make a rule. These are the light fans of the school. You make your committee, who will be responsible and who will be doing. It's amazing experience. All grade 1, 2 students are more careful than the primary, and primary is more careful than the 11th and 12th student. Why it is happening? He is damaging, we are damaging, honestly speaking. We have not empowered people for design thinking, honestly speaking. So process which you design as per the experience, when to start. 3 years to 5 year students, more pure, more sure. To do, to not to do, followed honestly. Later on the age, they have n number of things which are occupying within the brain. So that's what I keep saying, let's speak from the heart, not from the book. You may use a very hi-fi word, but where it is working. So who has given maximum results? The students of KG, the students of junior 1 and 2, and then primary. Less effect is at 11th and 12th. Why? Competency is more, knowledge is more. Why there is more? Just because their brain is filled. It is being rightly said that once your bucket is full, how you are going to have something fruitful. So once you talk about design thinking, you have to keep your vessels empty, honestly speaking, which we are not doing. How to take the garbage from the brain out, honestly. I have got average screen time 4 to 5 hours. Some of them are more than that, honestly. So let's take lead to guide our own students with our experienced logic, not logic which is just given in the book, the physics or chemistry. So design thinking is a self-practice thing and allow a student to explore, create and rethink. If this is not working, what other things will work? And This is the start. Start is most important, and we have to take lead on this because again and again, hazard is being created in the name of curriculum, in the name of competitive exam, in the name no one knows where to go and what to do. Are keeping shoes on rack, keeping dress on hanger at home can be one example of design thinking and self practice. I keep dealing with the higher students, so उनको प्यार से ये बात I'll tell you. One naughty boy of the commerce having Indian arm here. So I used to be very strict, nothing happened. One day I was sitting in a seminar and I called him to sit on my sofa. Come. I kept my hand and I told in his ear कि बेटा कल या तो तू बाल काट लेगा नहीं तो मैं तेरा टीसी काट दूंगा एक चीज तो कटेगी अब प्यार बहुत हो गया you believe me just keeping hand on the shoulder and making them aware with the close heart connect. Monday morning he came and first I was in the ground, sir, bal katwa diya. So somehow this no current flow sir is missing, which we can empower and it's beautiful honestly, but in number of time it is being filled with lots of garbage which are unwanted, not required, and free available things. Shopping mall, we go for having AC, having lights, having selfie, good photograph. So biggest threat for the brain is what you are not, you want to be. What you don't look, you look like that only. So we are in the false imagination and we need to repair. And this is our sole duty. Okay, let's just start thinking on this. I think this one, I can.
Yeah, these are like powerful points
Yes,
we
yes, yes,
discussed
yes.
till now. So, but
So,
we
Geo,
all
it's
know,
a
like
starting point. It's a starting point.
yeah, but we all know when we try to implement something, when we try to bring changes, so of course challenges also come. Even let's suppose like when I talk in Delhi NCR schools, it is like ma'am, we are doing academics, even parents don't allow such extracurricular activities, we cannot do, and sometimes they from the management side also, to the investment point of view or to the time point of view. And for other cities, let's suppose I talk about the area, let's suppose Rajasthan or something, here like ma'am, here the parents mindset is we want to prepare our students for the government exams. So there is nothing to do about design thinking or critical thinking. There is nothing, ma'am. Their mindset is set that they want to go either for the UPSC or so. So how we overcome such kinds of challenges? So Shweta ma'am, to you.
Yeah. I just would like to say what Mrs. Singh said, that like we 30-40% children think like that. They have the creative mind. How to imbibe certain things in the other students. I would like to share my some practices here, which I have tried, and really I am getting results from it. So I would like to share on this platform. Uh, as Mr. Singh said, that class 1 and 2 was better than third, fourth, fifth standard, middle means the primary wing. Then six, then they are better than middle school, like same, right? So what I started doing, some of the practice I have started, like in third, fourth, fifth standard, I have tried. My counselor and my special educator, along with the coordinator, they tried that children should have a self-study pattern. So, and we in that is basic thing, like we sat with them, we did a class wise workshop. You go home, how so that they'll away from the reels and other thing, and so that they have their own pattern of studies. Because what is happening, I think the other educators will agree with me, then 6th 7th that they're not sitting with the books, they're actually reel. What sir said, that after COVID one more virus, it's absolutely correct. So this is what I am imbibing in third, fourth, fifth standard, that self-study pattern, which is really working. Now children know that they have to go home, they have to sit, because in primary, parents are competent enough to guide students. So I took a orientation of the parents also, that we should have a self-study pattern, so they will sit with their books. They should know how to study. One number one. Second thing, more inquiry based, projects and questions were thrown on the children. Especially, I told my teachers not to tell them the answers. If you are writing questions, even if you are giving them some kind of puzzle question, giving them anything to read and answer, whatever, let them do on their own. If they are doing wrong, you correct them at the end. This is really working. This is really working, because now they're coming out with things, they're creating things. So this is the way I'm trying, because 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, now it is difficult to change the mindset, because they are the children of COVID. When they were in 4th, 5th, 6th standard, that time they have seen that COVID era, and now that real virus is there inside them. So it is difficult to take over. And then same thing I tried in 6th, 7th, 8th, the self study pattern. And then again, I did a commercial event in my school where I told them to plan any bills, present any thing about the local material, that Atmanirbhar Bharat, and then present any protocol they can prepare with the teacher. This is what we did. And then we did it on inter-school level. And that really worked, because the best child was selected. So we are just trying to work on their mindset. This is what I'm trying, because just now Mr. Singh said, what is the solution? They're talking about big, big words, but what is the solution? So this is the solution, that we started with the primary school, because I think now we can at least change them. I even oriented parents, what is the screen time being given to them, how much they can sit, and if something called self study, and if they started loving their books and start reading, I think it's going to work. And I'm seeing the result. Such beautiful inquiry based projects they have presented. They are working very hard. They are now trying to create, because they are just like what you call kachi mitti, जिसको हम जैसे भी डाल सकते हैं. So just like that. So we are working at least at that some level, that 30-40 we can change it to 70-30, 70-80%. And I really like what Mr. Singh said, the design of thinking thoughts, where are they? So they will definitely come with, I think, with the small steps it will take from primary to primary wing. And this is really working, this practice is really working in my school.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing the solution. So now, let's. Kavita, ma'am, is handling a lots of schools, so she need to take decisions for the group. So, ma'am, like, what kind of challenges as a group from the parent side or from the management side you face if you want to implement something across all the schools?
See, since we deal with 41 schools and they are all in the rural background and rural areas, so some of them are tribal, some of them are fishermen folk, some of them are. So we don't have any school which is, like proper city life or an urban life. They are all rural. So that itself becomes a big challenge, because the parents want education, but at the same time, they don't want to after certain hours they want the children back to work on the fields, to work in their whatever daily chores and everything, to help them out. So that eats out that students time. And so even if the teachers, I mean, I must appreciate all our teachers, they go out of their way to meet the parents, teach them, explain them, and then to bring them to a level where they are no more that below 40% students, so that at least that much confidence is built and the importance of education is understood. No, that challenge is something that we keep working on. And of course, because we are it's a philanthropy, and we have a certain values, and the main thing that we want to imbibe is the values in the children. And so we have full support of management. As such, we don't have any initiative that I take, because the problems that I face at my 41 schools are the basic problems which every school faces. So somewhere or the other, we have to figure out a solution. And after so many years, that situation gives me an answer also. That problem has a solution also. So somewhere that is figured out. As far as this, if I could say, this entrepreneurship mindset is concerned, I want to tell you a story. I went to Jingpani. Now, Jingpani was a place where I myself had never heard in my so many years. But we have our cement factory there, so we went there. And we have a school there, which is an Hindi medium school. So the fees is very minimal, some 270 rupees a month or something. You know who pays the fees? The child goes on a weekend He sells noodles, he prepares noodles, he sells noodles, he pays his fees and he pays his friend's fees also. That 270 rupees.
Wow,
So
fantastic.
now, if this is the case of that tribal area, which is a Hindi medium school, see the mind, see the entrepreneurship mindset. I don't have to say it. It could be the awareness. I have to, against all odds, they work and they know, they understand. That is why, when any principal, sorry, but any leader, I would say, or any person for that matter, they will say that we are handling first generation learners. I somehow say we disagree. In India now, there is no first generation learner, right? And we must go with that conviction that there are no more first generation learner with the social media, the positive impact. I'm sorry, with all of these points. The positive impact is that they know quite a lot. They are aware of many things. It's not always the negative things that, of course, there are, which we cannot ignore. But when I look at the positive side, how it has influenced is that I can see these skills developed in those children because of maybe social media, awareness, the teachers, and so much we talk. We also have a change maker series wherein we call in people from all the fields, right from a farmer to the CEO of a company. They come, they talk, and how they are into business or how they are into that job. What exams did they give? What were the struggles? What was the easiest method? What was the best moment of their life? So when they share this, their own stories, so these children look up to them, and then there's a dissemination of some ideas and thoughts. So somewhere where there's a problem, we also figure out some solution also. Right.
Very, very well said, ma'am. When there is a problem, there is always a solution. Also, it just we need to find it out. So now, like we are talking about entrepreneurship and future skill set or future mindset. So Rajesh said, like we are here, like a lot we are hearing about artificial intelligence. We are talking about, and even the technology also, like even the social media or whatever the things are. But it's more about technologies as well. So how we can with this entrepreneurship or this future skill mindset, so how we can use technology wisely, and how we can incorporate that into this. Over to you, sir.
And first of all, what I feel, because everywhere maths is a huge challenge, really. Because I also go to visit, keep visiting places, And what I've noticed, and I hope you'll agree with me, because go to class 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, and for that matter, I'm hardly for 30-40 minutes in my office, rest of the time in classes, because I really love all the subjects today. And I feel like sitting in classes and again in touch with what syllabus in progress and all of the how. And again, I always tell the coordinators, the vice presidents, I know every teacher better than you people, because you are in your office and I'm in classes anyway. So I feel like maths. Teachers, they lay greater emphasis on doing, sums on the board in a very stepwise manner. So I feel, okay, fine, first question is written, and after that, second step, the third step, then fourth step, then fifth step. And I feel, hardly 3, 4, 5 questions are discussed in the class and period is over. I always tell teachers, teach a lot of brainstorming. I go to class 1 or 2, class 2, I said, they're playing with numbers, what are you doing? I said, let children be able to process information. Okay, fine. So maybe skip counting by 10. Okay, fine, children. I go to class 2. Skip counting by 10. Your number is 14. I said, say fast 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 74, 84, 94. I said, do like this. Why not skip backward counting by 10? Your number is 98, 88, 78, 68, 58, 48, 38, 28, 18, and 8. Right. So I feel it's really required. For example, addition. And I've made it a point that at my school, no child after class 12 should really use fingers for count for addition. I've already given teachers, okay, fine, teachers, maybe children should look at two numbers, so they should tell you what's the sum. And for that matter, like now, of course, during my days, I never studied seriously. But when I taught my son class 1 to class 10th, and then benchmarking exams, then these foundation courses, and I feel really that yes, elements are there of maths and science in me, which I could never, this harness myself during my days. So I will say that, children, we have to really do a lot. Unless maths is good, sometimes I feel you give them a slightly challenging questions and things are, oh my God, one my friend is there, very top school in Jammu, it is Jodamal. So Ajkal, what does he do? He says, okay, fine. So I would like to ask you questions. He asks, some questions to principals also. Okay, fine. So because I have interest, so that we were sitting together, he said, sir, should I ask you a question? I said, yes. Then because I know powers and exponents, I said, okay, fine. All 5 rules I can tell within fraction of a minute, I'll say. Because in 14 seconds, I've done that. He said, sir, 10 to the power 5 minus 10 to the power 3. Acha, mind is fixed for 10 to the power something into division. First time I heard someone saying 10 to the power 5 minus 10 to the power 3. So I could feel then you cannot really use powers and exponents. Here 10 to the power 5 means 1 lakh and 10 to the power 3 means 1000. So 1 lakh minus 1000 is equal to 99,000. And second question he asked other, the people, 10 to the power 3 minus 10 to the power 1. Oh, 10 to the power 3 means 1000 minus 10 to the power means 10. Means 990. I'm saying that we need to do a lot of, the Sudoku, a lot of, the puzzles, all these things. And I feel, and so much of pressure I find that from parents' side on institution, many schools are there when parents come to school and say that figures were changed in maths sums. I said, what nonsense is that? Figures were changed in maths, like this a question paper.
Absolutely.
And again, I was as vice principal of Anandale, Dr. Varghese Kurian's school, wherein not even a single question from the textbook and not even a single question from the notebook. It's only read between the lines. And every question is such a twisted question, even from class 1 to I'm talking. So ma'am, I feel that first of all, we have to really make children, and ma'am, you go to ask, and again, HOTS questions, how many HOTS questions are there in these, textbooks? You see, hardly 1 or 2. So now challenge is how to groom children, and 11th, 12th is too late, and that's the reason these top coaching institutes designed, this the foundation courses, and most of the foundation courses from class 6. I think it is the need of the recently when I got to know that Alan Kota came up with foundation courses for 3 to 5. I was very excited, to see their books. Anyway, still I'm waiting because it is really required. We should really challenge the gray cells of children ki beta jara sa iska answer karo. So ma'am, I feel AI and all that undoubtedly very important. And yes, AI mein to one thing I'll say, because recently in Bangalore, HCI University, I attended one workshop because I'm very fond of, the language, English, Hindi, and again, writing and speaking, writing especially. So my Facebook, this every posting has got really at least, the 20 line, this caption. But again, I really loved when person said that make Chat GPT your tutor, and I really loved it. The reason being because any teacher of English feels that I'm outstanding. Write one birthday message, write one wedding anniversary message, and let the message be put into Chat GPT, and again say that upgrade and polish it. I tell you, if it is up to that level, and Chat will not really make many changes. Minor changes, but I find in most of the cases Chat is making really good number of changes. So I feel we can always learn, so that way great, the future I'll say, but for that matter let children have that basic competency level, which is very important. And I feel AI and all these things are meant for those, the brighter ones only, because if someone wants to really search one's career fortune in these, the highly specialized, the areas of learning, then one has to have that, level of proficiency, right? So I think primary level, why primary? Then I should, why not this? Niche sahi. We need to really inspire children. And sometimes, because Jen SK sir was asking one thing, I was thinking like being systematic. Sometimes I feel, is it and inherently possessed, the quality, or it may be uh, created, like this artificially. Because I know many people who are even in their 50s and all, but not really systematic. Whenever I open their drawer, I find everything is dumped inside, right? And handful of people I find, oh my God, their Almira or everything is so nicely, the kind of kept, maintained and all. So many qualities. Sometimes I feel being organized. Can schools succeed in making children slightly more organized, slightly more systematic? How many parents and all I give this kind of a mindset to children that they should really prepare their bag the previous day at home, or maybe keep their uniform ready. So sometimes I feel one statement which I really loved: success is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. And I feel this generation is only into what's new, this, the creative. अरे बाबा, creative छोड़ो, पहले तो normal चीजें नहीं को ढंग से ही कर लो, isn't it, ma'am? इन्हीं
I
कर लो
agree.
ढंग से. यार 3 to 5, 6 to 8 में बच्चों को कॉन्फिडेंट बना दो. Let children be able to
Yes.
speak anything on any topic under the sun. That will let children be given that much of the kind of competence. Why not? And I always tell the children and teachers, if you have knowledge base, if you have language skills, you will be a very confident person. So that is very important. So I feel undoubtedly great future, but we need to prepare this generation for it. And all these skills are just I'll say only skin deep. No, I'm really not very happy. And I'm again saying the 50% children are very gifted, they have high IQ level, they are very, I'll say, dedicated, committed, dedicated, they are doing. And sometimes I feel even they don't go to school. Yes, undoubtedly, if they are going, then enrichment plan is there with the teachers, how to just, take care of these gifted children, these brighter ones. My question is, what about remaining 50% children who don't have any inner drive, where energy is very low. Energy is very low. Acha, recently, yesterday only I was discussing in on the classes. I shared ki wherever like voltage is low, it had happened with me. While in my one house, in particular locality, voltage was never more than 120, 30 volts. और सारे ACs कभी चलते ही नहीं थे. And I tell you, so I was thinking, ki let, even if energy level is low, how to just install the kind of transformer in oneself. Ma'am, I think here we need to work a lot. Or sometimes I feel inspiration, motivation has got its own limitation. आप बहुत ज़्यादा inspire नहीं कर सकते हो. क्या करना है? There we need to look into, right? Yes.
Thank you, sir. Such an honest perspective. Now, like we even the time, like you're running out of time as well. So my last question to the panel is, like even CBSE passed one circular about the skill kind of lab setup, and in ICSE, like majorly even right now schools are going towards design thinking, although it was before as well, the design thinking labs, but not with many schools, with the renowned schools as well. So what is the use case of these kind of, what is the benefit of these in, if we talk about entrepreneurship and future skill mindset? Over to you, ma'am. Sweta ma'am.
Just now, Ruby ma'am, you were talking about the labs, setting up labs. See, these things were there earlier also. It's not
Yes.
like that. The NEP has definitely given us these names, but these things were there earlier also. Now experiential learning and out of the box thinking, then competency, then creating thinking spaces. These big names are given by NEP, but it's not like that. It was there earlier as well, where we were teaching children with that mindset. But the only thing is that these things are just add on to the it's just icing on the cake. It's just like that. So these things are just add on things. Otherwise, if you have, like as I just told, and I'm very much convinced by what Rathore sir just said, that we have to start from the basic. And I also said the same thing, that I've started doing like this. I've started this practice in from my primary school, and it is really working. So same thing, what children are creating, we can put it in the what is there in the skill lab. You bring a carpentry machine, you keep a 3D printer, right? So all these things are there in the skill lab, but these things children can even create. In my school, one student has created a 3D printing machine with the help of robotics teacher in ninth standard. So they have created, I have there is a we have created a skill lab where we have placed it. So it's all about this. They're talking about skill lab. It is definitely, we should have it, because in Delhi, ITL was, and I think in many other states also, Atal Thinking Lab was there. But now government has stopped giving to the new schools. So then, if they have to have this innovative labs, we call it skill lab, or we call it anything.
Make a space or
Yeah. So we can make a space, and we can definitely purchase few things, and children can also create. If they're making something from the pottery, carpentry, anything, we can put it there. So, but we have to give them hands-on training. What Mr. Rathod said just now, I'm fully convinced with sir, that we have to give them hands-on training. We have to actually put their mind into thinking. And one more thing which I like was Kavita ma'am said that there are some children, like the entrepreneurs who are the young entrepreneurs, and there's Zepto and Blinkit and all that. So that 30-40% children have their mindset, and they're born with, they're gifted children, they're born with those skills. But we have to give platform to the other children so that they start thinking. And even we have to groom their parents. I can understand Kavita ma'am is dealing with the schools who belongs to the rural area, but like we belong to the, like I'm handling a school in the urban area. So at least I can, as a school leader, I can do this thing. I can call the parents, I can tell them ki, you have to sit with the children, help them study, do this thing, understand them, give them the platform, so that they're away from these reels and other things. So we have to give them a settled platform to think and work. So according to me, these skill labs should be there. Some we can outsource, some we can create, and our children can create, our teachers can help them create, so we can do that.
thank you so much, ma'am. Your perspective, ma'am, Kavita ma'am. It is the wrap up questions.
Yeah. So basically, you want me to talk about the mindset, right? What do you think?
Mindset, or like what is the these like we right now these fancy terms, as ma'am said, after this NAP, although carpentry was there before 20-25
True.
years before as well, but right now we say it design thinking lab or skill lab or maker space or robotics, AI or aero modeling, whatever. So how these labs are
See, what
like.
I'm understanding from the government's perspective is they want to reach out to the maximum children, giving out the maximum possible facility. See, we believe that everybody cannot be an IIT and everybody cannot be a business owner, everybody cannot be a, there are all. So the more the opportunities we give and give them an exposure, the real sense of experiential learning. I don't know how many of you, I'm sure you must be knowing that. I am in particular quite a fan of some of the schools in Andhra Pradesh run by the government schools. You see their infrastructure, you see their labs, you see the teachers, you see the kind of teaching that they work on the conceptual understanding. So we have one school, two schools in Krishnapatnam, and the kind of teaching that we give beyond the books, it's all concept based. So first that concept, we keep on saying क्या theory 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 पढ़ा रहे हो, बट वो थ्योरी को प्रैक्टिकल में अप्लाई करना भी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट है। आपको मैं सबसे अच्छा लैब दुनिया का ला के दे दूँ, लेकिन अगर आप उसको ऑपरेट करना नहीं जानते तो कोई फायदा नहीं, राइट?
Implementation is much important than
Yes.
setting
So
up, of
the
course.
skill, these vocational trainings, it could be as simple as fixing up the bulb. How many of us know how to fix up a bulb? How many of us have dared to open the switch? So we should know the tactics of it. These are life skills, and this is what I feel the government is trying to do. कि कहीं तो रोबोटिक्स लैब होगा, 100 बोलेंगे 50 तो लगाएंगे, उसमें से 10 तो यूज होंगे. It is like that, है ना? So that's the intent, and eventually when you give them world class facilities, those few 5% children will get exposure and they'll start thinking. The word, as Mr. S.K. Singh said, designing thinking process, the process of thinking, designing. Somewhere it has to begin. They should know what are these labs, what are the equipments in these labs, what are the devices. Unless they don't know how, right? So
Well, well said, ma'am. So,
I, I,
Rajesh,
I'm so sorry. There was one very interesting thing happened. So I was trying to fix up the computer book for this year across my schools, and what I wanted was, I wanted computer science also, I wanted computational thinking also, I wanted AI also. So the my management said, we want to have AI, make sure that AI is there and run an AI. So AI without coding is not possible, coding without computational thinking is not possible, computational thinking without the basics or computers is not. And above all, what NCRT says or CBSE says, data science, that also has to be included. So now tell me, unless I don't train the teachers about this, how am I going to pass it on to the students, right? Or unless those people don't have this exposure to these labs, how will they teach or how will they explain what it is? Unless you just like give a toy, let the child treat it like a toy, let the children break and learn and then mend it. Experiential, the real sense of experiential learning. So I mean, I hope I've wrapped it up the way you wanted.
yes, yes, ma'am. Very good perspective you shared. So now let's hear from Rajesh sir as well, and we are not, just so that we can wrap it up at the time.
Okay, fine. So very nice. So I will say that again, good. These labs are really nice. That because something different to the children, and I feel sometimes we need to be very creative. The teaching learning process must be very creative. Otherwise, I tell my teachers whenever I'm meeting, I said, यार कुकर की दाल किसको अच्छी लगती है? अब कुकर खोल के आप सर्व कर दो, मजा नहीं आएगा बिल्कुल. But again, if you put talka, give talka to it and all with really nice ingredients and also it really, taste is different. So this is really it. And again, I can recollect, I'm a great fan of one lecture which was delivered by Albert Einstein when 300 years of higher education completed in the US. And he was invited the chief guest in 1936. And whatever he addressed, it's called On Education. And he said, teachers across the globe will have to put in that seriously as a musician is engrossed into Riyaz or a painter is all lost into just, this year working on his or her easel. Likewise. And he said the day when the bell goes for games or it goes for chutti, if the same impact is there when it is bell for maths or bell for science or bell for social studies, the period, only then the real teachers will arrive or real institutions will arrive. And I think the great message from Albert Einstein is that how teachers and how a posterity shall do it, that I don't know. But this is in 2 lines, my message for all the teachers across the globe. And that's really true. How we can make, teaching learning process so interesting, so fulfilling, so exciting and all like this. One should really love. And as one Dr. Harish Shetty is from Mumbai, HL Hiranandani, like the youngest health worker, as said by WHO, he used to say, are teachers doing magic in the class? ये magicians चाहिए मैं class में. Simple चीजें, science, maths, social studies पढ़ाने के लिए we need magicians, right? So, ma'am, on this note, we have to create magic in the class in order to inspire children for a lifetime, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much to all our speakers for sharing such valuable thoughts today. And today's discussions reminded us that entrepreneurship is not about startups. It is about starting ideas. It is about helping our students think differently, think creatively, take ownership, and building a better futures. So let's see you all at IIT Delhi campus in person in the conference. So thank you all.
Right. Thank you so much.
One thing more, ma'am. Shweta ma'am's one statement I really loved, and even I said, last month only, and I told because my daughter, she completed her MBA from SP Jain, Mumbai.
Okay.
And then, there is proper CV profiling section, like this CV profiling department. So I made this statement. I said, teachers, coordinators, and vice principal,
Yes.
As you know, the MBA students are preparing their profile for the
Yes.
campus
Yes.
placements and all,
Yes.
because
Yes.
this
Yes.
one has to sell once the ideas
Yes.
and all, or once
Yes.
whatever
Yes.
one has acquired over the period. Likewise, why not from class 6? So in that, even teachers will look into, okay, fine, because I say like
Yes.
academics, how did the child do in co-curricular activities, in games and sports, and I really want the children.
Yes.
Why not children so much capability? Because I was in one of the sections today and asked, okay, fine, beta, any particular, how doing in music? Or yes, sir. And like, how doing in art or
Mm.
craft or dance? So we feel we need to do a lot. We
Yes.
need to
So we
do a
have
lot.
started, sir, from sixth standard. We have started doing this because I really want the children should know how to do their profile building.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's really
I
great.
think we should learn this and we should take it
Yes.
from you,
Yes. Yes.
Shweta
Yes.
ma'am.
Definitely.
We
It's
shall
really
Definitely.
very
also
good idea.
implement
It's
this.
really very good idea.
Definitely. Definitely.
Because sometimes what happens, certain important things really skip our attention.
Yes.
Correct. Correct.
And
Yes.
children never get to know that exposure till it's very late. It's too
Right.
late.
Right.
Right. So I
Right.
feel if class 6 onwards, children are really, the attention is
Focus,
drawn
then
towards.
they're focused. They're focused. They know that they are
Yes.
working on their profile building. That's very
Yes, yes,
important.
yes.
After 12th standard for their college admissions, they're very, very important. So in this way, at least we can taking away from that virus called reel.
True,
Shweta,
true, very
I'm
true.
going to take
and
this
and they'll be
quote
more
from Rajesh.
confident, they'll be more confident as well when
Yes,
they'll
absolutely,
present their
absolutely.
profile, because it
Yes,
is in their practice, it is
yes,
nothing new
yes.
when they'll go for any interview or anything
Correct,
like that.
I'll
correct,
take
correct.
this
Ma'am,
from
just the
Rajesh
last
sir
thing I'll
and
share.
Shweta ma'am.
We have 18 clubs, and I added one more. It is Simon Sinek Club of Public Speaking.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
I'm really very fond of Simon Sinek. I must have watched his more than 500 videos. And I
Right,
say that he's one of the most, the fluent speakers of the
right,
world. And really,
right.
he's a thinker. He's a
Great,
thinker speaker. And
wonderful.
even great people also call him a thinker speaker. And I tell you, because I've shown, like this last 10 weeks, I've shown some videos of Simon Sinek. You'll be surprised, the out of 62, more than 45 hours they start speaking like Simon Sinek. They're so fluent at times, so difficult to catch what they're talking. And I go, oh my God,
Wonderful.
man, the children
Wonderful.
is good. So I think,
I'll take from you this thing. I'll just also try that.
yes,
Yeah.
Simon Sinek Club of Public Speaking, that's really doing
Wonderful.
amazing. And I said, children, see the Simon,
Yeah.
although he is so fluent, but every syllable is crystal clear. You can
Wonderful.
understand each and every word. I said, that is the greatness of the person, because America, of course, you listen to so many this TEDx
Correct.
speakers or
Correct.
commencement speakers and all, but still
Right.
Simon is
Correct.
Simon, undoubtedly. So I think even I keep telling teachers and students to listen to great
Right.
speakers of the world, and that will improve your
Correct.
comprehension skill, that improve your speaking
Correct.
skills. So that's very important, right?
Thank you.
Chali ma'am,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
very
telling
much.
us. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
sir.
Really
Thank
nice
Chali
you.
ma'am, okay,
talking
okay,
to you,
bye
and
bye.
Kavita
Take
ma'am
care.
also.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks
Ruby,
ma'am,
and
thank you
convey hello
everyone.
to Singh sir as well.
Sure
Chaliye,
ma'am,
thanks
we'll share
everyone.
the
Have a great
details
time.
as well with everyone for that conference.
Sure,
And
definitely.
Sure.
see you.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have
bye
a
bye.
wonderful
Take
day.
care.
Bye bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care, everybody.
Bye.